All right, hello guys. Welcome to my channel. This is SpaceCuhdet Crypto. We're going to be here looking at Mara and also SOS further in the video. A lot of crazy price actions happening, and it's pretty exciting time, especially now with Bitcoin going up to $60,000. Hopefully, we see that price target soon because that means that a lot of the Bitcoin miners will explode in the next coming days to weeks. So, if you're interested in my price targets for these two companies, then stick around. Make sure to like and subscribe also, and we'll get right to it. If we look at our symmetrical triangle here, where our consolidation pattern has created this nice shape, you can see already has broken out. It broke out yesterday, and it is continued, and it kind of has some resistance here. Obviously, our previous high at $49, so around $49, $50 is our resistance so far, and that makes sense because of a psychological level. $50, a nice round number, so we do see some sell-offs happening, but the actual price target for this symmetrical triangle here would be around, if we go from the low to the high right here, would be right around $64. All right, and then I also have another resistance line drawn right here at around $54, because although this is a uh, a high that we've had recently here in February, if we actually look back at the chart, we can see previous support and resistances actually being respected from years ago. So here are some resistance lines that I've drawn on the weekly and daily chart of this current bull run that we have right here, dating back in January. And those lines actually go and respect these resistance levels from years ago. So here we have our $54 resistance right here, and it's being resistance here in August of 2016. It's also being resistance here in June of 2015. But apart from that, I feel like we can get to that 64 mark after getting this through this $54 resistance pretty easily. Now, apart from that, I also see resistances coming in at $83, but not too many. And if we look at some other charts, it gives some confluence to that $64 price target. So this could probably be reached by towards the end of next week. So if we look over here at our fib retracement levels too, so we went through the high on February 17th of $49 down to the low, $24. We can see that our next take profit area at the 1.618 level would be $64.95 also. Let's also take a look at the ribbon charts too. So we see here, this is on the 6-hour chart. We can see that Mara has been bouncing off this ribbon really nicely. And then whenever we have periods of consolidation or dumping, we go in between the ribbon, right? We even break out of the ribbon sometimes, especially this last time, due to either the market crash or just Bitcoin dumping, consolidating. But right now we are above the ribbon, which is extremely bullish. I think Mara is going to go up very high very soon, at least for the next couple weeks before futures expire and kind of mess up the whole bull run. But we see on the 4-hour also, we have a lot of separation between the ribbon and the price action. So expect tomorrow a kind of retouch of this ribbon. So a little bit pullback before reaching our maybe $54 target mark. And also, let's see here, our trend lines. If we look here at our trend lines, we could see also around a $64 mark here if we touch this outer band here on our pitchfork. So everything's kind of pointing towards $64 at this moment. Obviously, with more price action and throughout the week, we could see even bigger gains because I think Mara is going to be a very strong Bitcoin miner, especially in this bull cycle. They've just been really betting on themselves, putting their money to work, acquiring more Bitcoin, acquiring more miners. So out of the Mara and Riot, I believe Mara will surpass Riot in the next couple of weeks. All right, so now let's take a look at SOS. So as we can see here, SOS had a huge pump coming in at the 11th of February, all the way to a price target of around $16. So almost hitting that $16 mark at $15.91. It came close to this purple box right here, and this is my support and resistance based on previous historical data. So if you scroll back here and look at this price action from, let's see, around like 3 years ago, it was support here, and then became support here, and then resistance ultimately right here. So it naturally became resistance at this point through this big pump. And SOS also has been the target of a lot of short sellers and kind of like price manipulation. So it has dropped dramatically since then. And until recently, actually the 24th of March, it broke this supporting upwards trend line to this lower trend line right here. So it's not looking too bullish at the moment. If we also look at our EMA ribbon, we can see that it was above this EMA ribbon, kind of trading sideways in it, holding support for it until that massive dump right here, and then we can see through this large volume candle that it was a big dump. Now it's holding down right below this EMA ribbon. So now this EMA ribbon is huge resistance. So for me to flip bullish on this on SOS, it'd have to go above this EMA ribbon and then also test and become support for this upwards trend. If we look at our Bollinger Bands also, we can see some hope. We see our RSI momentum kind of curling upwards towards the green, and we see also it touching the outer part of this Bollinger Band, so it could correct towards the middle, and then maybe we can see a huge jump up towards the upside until probably getting some rejection or support right here for this resistance level. So for right now, not looking too good. But we will see in the next coming weeks what SOS has to offer.